trade war? Is it imminent?
Well, salvos have been, overturned in the past at the last second, but this one looks like a done deal. So the tariffs will go up, and there will be some retaliation. We've seen the Canadians in particular, but also the Mexicans, the Europeans, I'm sure, will follow suit with some countervailing tariffs. So yeah, game on. What does it do to global economic activity? Because already, arguably, we are seeing some moderation in the PMIs. Does it worsen? So, Sri, it's a bifurcation. U.S. has not slowed. I mean, when you look at real-time nowcasts coming from the Atlanta Fed, the U.S. so far in the months of April and May have tracked close to 4% growth. So from that perspective, it's the slowdown in Europe and somewhat of a lackluster performance in emerging market commodity importers that's weighing in on global asset classes. So this growth differential is probably going to widen through Q2, Q3, where the U.S. keeps on doing what it's doing and the rest of the world sort of slows, which again is very positive dollar. So there are these macroeconomic negative spillovers associated with these things, but it could happen even independent of the trade issue. China not playing fair on trade, does that really explain what is behind the trade deficit, or is it really so wide because of structural reasons? I think the unfairness argument probably held water 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Today, when you talk to American AMC, like large multinationals in China, they don't complain the way they used to complain 10 years ago in terms of technology theft or forced sharing of technology. So things have changed in China. China itself has gone up the value chain substantially, is increasingly service-oriented. So some of the allegations coming from the U.S. were probably true 10 years ago, not quite so now. The issue of taking some sort of a retaliatory measure to get rid of hundreds of billions of trade deficit, in my view, is folly. We've seen this game play out in the context of Japan over the last 30 years. In the late 80s, the U.S. nudged Japan to appreciate its currency, put voluntary restraint on its exports to the U.S., and move a lot of its production to the U.S. Still, the U.S. runs a very large trade deficit against Japan. Same thing will happen vis-a-vis China, in my view.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.